Okay, we played Saturday in Atlanta, and of course we're excited about the fact that we got a win. It was a tough game in a way where we probably could have put it away if we hadn't maybe made that last little boo-boo toward the end, trying to get that last score in. If we get that score in, then of course we go up by 2 good solid scores, 8 more points. And we don't make it nearly the nail biter it was at the very end. But I'm proud of our guys. I thought we played hard the whole way and gave a good effort. And our guys seem to be really coming together in a way where we got a chance to be a pretty decent football team. So at this point, I open the floor to questions. Go ahead.
How much did you grow up offensively in that game?
How much did I what?
Grow up offensively.
We grew up some. I thought the drive at the end of the first half was really good. I thought we had some other instances of opportunities to make some plays that we didn't make. So we still, hitting and missing at times. The way they play you, they don't give you a chance for a lot of sustained drives. They put a lot of people to the line of scrimmage, but then what happens is you got to hit them for some of the deep balls and some of the kinds of opportunities you do for scoring in a way where, you keep hitting the kind of plays like we did hit the Tyler in the second half. We had another one that we missed that was pretty wide open. So I think our offense is getting to the point where we can consistently hang in there with pretty much anybody to be able to successfully put on a successful looking offense. But at the same time, we do have to take advantage and make plays when the opportunity to make plays to do.
You see, my second question, I was going to ask you, so you could hit more deep balls in that game. Was it there?
Well, there was some that were there. You also got to find time to make some of those throws too. So, but yeah, there were some throws that we could have made. We had a play right at the beginning in the first series of the second half, maybe the second play of the second half, where we had a receiver open down the sideline that we only threw that ball some, and then we had another that we overthrew. So, it was, and that's part of it when you throw deep balls. That's why people, defend you the way they do, because they think you have a hard time hitting some of those deep balls. They had a chance to hit a double move ball on us early in the game that they weren't able to hit. So, there are going to be opportunities out there, for you to make plays. Sometimes you make them, sometimes you don't.
Do you expect the running game, after having a challenge with A&T, are you still pleased with the progress that they made?
Well, we weren't nearly as consistent in the running game as I would have liked, but you could see we began to find ourselves some as the game went on too. So we had some opportunities to make the running game go, and I think we'll continue to build on what we started there, and we'll get to the point where eventually, we can make a consistent run game go.
Was there a key turning point in the game to you at all?
Well, I thought the fact that we blocked the punt back when we got them backed up against their end zone, and then we came back in after blocking the punt and made the long field goal. I think that little sequence of downs running there in a row, probably meant as much as anything to to our overall success. So I think in that little portion of the game is where we actually gained some momentum and some strength to the point
so you
where we
put the block punt as the key point then?
I thought it might be.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was a big game changer for us.
Okay.
Coach, what does it say that a lot of the mistakes that hurt you in last year's game, you're able to reverse this year?
Well, you're always proud of being able to correct mistakes or process or whatever you call it when you have situations that occurred the previous year. So, we can honestly say that we've gone about the task of fixing some things that we've gotten patched up and in better shape. So, that was, I guess, gratifying to a certain degree.
So what now? You have another opponent that really gave you probably your most problems, because that was the worst loss you suffered in conference play since you've been here.
Right. That was a big loss last year, and a lot of it was due to the fact that this team does such a good job of creating turnovers and maybe even creating points, off the defensive side of the ball, none I hadn't seen in a long time. So, you would think that it would be just fortune or luck or whatever you would have, whatever you would be able to say as far as what would be the reason why that particular situation has occurred. But I think they do a good job of preparing their teams to create turnovers and even scores within their defensive structure. So we've got to be extremely protective of the football in a way where, we don't give them anything that way. The major significance in the game Saturday was the fact that our offense did not turn the football over. Neither really did turn the football over, but we always saying that our offense should either score or punt, either get it in the end zone or kick a field goal or punt the ball. Always end up with some kind of kick, and that was the case in that game Saturday. We didn't always kick the ball great, but we always kicked it, and for that reason they had to earn their way back down the field anywhere to where they got to from that point. So, I was extremely proud of the offense's handling the football and also of our kids changing around the penalty situation from the previous week when we had, just gobs and gobs of penalties where we had it down under the 50-yard mark this past game.
So this point in the season, how much has depth? How much has depth been?
It's been good, and we have developed a good bit of depth. Part of what we've been able to do that's really been a big difference in our program this year has been the fact that we've been able to get everybody together and practice everybody all the time with our new morning practice sessions. And, the fact that you get a chance to work all these guys in a way where you don't necessarily have to be worried about, them going away or whatever, missing practice and that kind of stuff, is what's allowed us to develop some of the depth that we've developed.
Is that also helping camaraderie?
Well, of course it does, yeah. When you get, the more people playing, the better your team is camaraderie-wise. Guys just enjoy being a part of something that they've actually had a chance to be successful in, as opposed to being a part of something that, that they just kind of just sitting there watching.
Have y'all sort of figured out how you're going to try to juggle your running backs? I mean, between Justin
That's
and
a little bit of a mystery. You're right. It's tough to make all those guys happy. It's hard to keep that many guys.
It's a good problem for you.
Yeah, it is a good problem. Yeah, it's an extremely good problem. But at some point or other, we'll start having some guys become disgruntled or something because they all want the football. That's kind of how it works. But we don't know exactly how to make that happen.
Will Louis Freeman ever be on the field if you had your top three?
Probably not. I don't know if we'd been smart enough to play this kid. That's sad to a certain degree, but now that's why we always tell all of them to be prepared, because you're only a snap or two from being on the field. Guy get hurt here, guy get hurt there. So, it happened in a way where he got an opportunity to play because of the injuries in front of him. And, what he did was he was prepared to take advantage of that when it happened.
Has he amazed you because of what
he has a little bit. He has a little bit. I've been a little bit surprised and amazed by the fact that he's come along as well as he has. And, I've become a Dondre Lewis Freeman fan myself. And, we went one series Saturday before I forced him into the game. I told him, I said, hey, this guy right now is more what we need than what we got in there. Let's see if we can get him in there. And they did, and he was. So, that's kind of way, that's kind of way it works at a point. Once you earn your way in there, you got to get in this thing in there. Yeah.
The play of Richard the last couple of games, it seems like it's now starting to click for him?
I hope so. Let's hope that's the case. And, Richard's now got a little bit of I think, air of confidence about him. And he starts to really come on in a way where we're taking his strengths and playing to those strengths. He has a good mind, so he, a lot of what we do is designed around him being able to put us in the right looks and plays and that kind of stuff. And so he's got a big responsibility for making sure we get the right play calls and that kind of stuff. And and he makes sure everybody's in line properly, that kind of stuff. So he's really done a good job of running our team operation as well as executing some of our plays. So when he gets really settled in, I think as the rest of the year goes on, and connects on some of those balls that I thought that maybe he could have connected on Saturday, then I think he really is going to be he could possibly be the best quarterback in this league.
Is Tyler? You come to expect what Tyler's doing. You come to expect that now.
Yeah, Tyler's got a little special knack about him. you know, Tyler is to the receivers, kind of like, I guess, what